Hey, did you know we had elite totals for grip sport? Chances are you didn't. I don't know how that's possible, but someone just posted that they were completely unaware that there were elite totals in grip. So I want to tell people what they are, and we've got them broken down by weight class and everything. So where are these listed? This is probably my fault because it's not on the website gripsportint.com, but it's always been on the grip board, and this person was on the grip board when he said he didn't know it existed. So if you go to gripboard.com, go to grip competitions, and then click on the pinned thread that is titled 2025 US Grip Championships. Whoops, that's not the right one. I'm sorry. It's 2025 methods for qualifying for nationals. That's the one you want. It's the second pinned topic. So this is the thread that covers all of the different ways that you can qualify for nationals. Why is this important? Well, obviously, if you're not qualified for nationals, then you can't compete at nationals. The other thing that's important about this is if you are qualified for nationals, then you get to vote in the poll that decides where the national competition will be every year. And it's been like this for, I think, 3 years. We just had that poll in January, and it's been decided that nationals will take place this year at Jason Dingy's gym in, I think, St. Clairsville, Ohio. Definitely in Ohio at his gym. And he'll have Mike Saffel and Zach Mullins helping him out with that. So, again, gripboard.com, grip competition section. It's right at the top of the forum. And then click on 2025 methods for qualifying for nationals. Slide it down a little bit. And the first qualification chance is based on standings, where you finish in a sanctioned contest, and there's an explanation. The second qualification chance is based on lift performance on specific lifts that we track and that we hold it in high regard for qualifications. And there's probably 20 different lifts that you can perform on in order to become qualified. The third chance is if you attain certain certifications during the calendar year. And then the fourth chance is athletes who, during the current season in NAGS, in GSI sanctioned contests, total the following numbers. So just real quick, a little history on the elite totals. In 2011, when I started North American Grip Sport, which is now Grip Sport International, I came up with the number of 800 for a total between your best gripper close, European Euro two-hand pinch, and axle deadlift. And I chose 800 because I had not totaled 800 yet. And there were only maybe one or two people that had totaled 800 at that point. So I knew that it was a number that was hard to attain. So I chose 800. Now, this was before, if I recall correctly, before we had weight classes. And I was in what would have been the 120 kilo class. So since then, we have multiple weight classes, and we have changed up not changed up, but we have assigned numbers to each weight class based on those lifts. So for the 120 kilo class, it's 840 pounds. For 120, it's still 800. For the 105 kilo class, it's 770. For the 93 kilo class, 730. For 83 kilo class, 690. For 74 kilo class, 640. 66 kilo class, 585. And 59 kilo class, 530. This is for the men, and this is called the two-hand elite total now because it involves the two-hand pinch and the two-hand axle. We also developed at some point, and I couldn't really tell you when this was, a one-hand elite total for the same weight classes. So for the 120 kilo class, it's a total of 507. So between your best gripper, your best one-hand pinch on a Euro, and your best one-hand axle deadlift, it's 507 for the 120 kilo plus. 120 is 487. 105 kilo is 472. 93 kilo is 452. 83 kilo is 432. 74 kilo is 407. 66 kilo is 380. And 59 kilo is 352. Now, you might be wondering, what are the women's totals? We don't have women's totals. When this was put together, which was at least... So I started this in 2011. At some point, we adapted the one-hand total. And at some point, we adapted a total for all the weight classes. It was at least 5 years ago. At that time, there were very few women competing. So we did not have the data to pull from in order to figure out these totals. So when will there be a women's elite total? I don't know. If someone were interested in coming aboard to kind of analyze things, put some thought into this, I don't think it would be a problem to create a women's elite total. It just doesn't exist right now. So the fact of the matter is, no one has been interested in the elite total for years. The only reason this is coming up is because Chaz Strange, about 2 years ago, talked about the elite total. And I kind of wanted to run a contest where the events would help people attain an elite total all at one time. Because in reality, you could compete on the 3 events that make up this total in 3 separate contests, and as long as it was all in the same season, you could total elite. Well, axle is not contested very often in grip sport because it's a lockout. The Euro kind of fell out of favor because of the flask, and the flask kind of fell out of favor because of the Napalm Nightmare pinch handles. So these are not events that take place very often. Even max gripper closes don't even take place very often in grip sport competitions. So the opportunity to qualify as elite hasn't really been there that much for the last several years. However, I decided to run a contest this year in February 22nd, Worldwide Grip Battle Chasing Elite. And this is an opportunity for people to qualify as elite lifters based on the 3 lift total, which will be max gripper, 20 millimeter block set, 2-hand pinch on the Euro, and 2-hand deadlift on the axle. So if this is something that you're interested in, then you might want to attend one of the contests that are taking place in February this year. And as far as I know, there's been 1 venue that's already taken place. The other 4 venues will take place on February 22nd. The promoters are from west to east. It's Andy Muncie and Dustin McFarland. And then Ben Helms, and then myself. So you would be aware of these competitions if you were on the newsletter. So if you are interested in getting added to the newsletter, then send me an email at jed.diesel@gmail.com, jedd.diesel@gmail.com. And this link to the qualifying methods is out in every single newsletter. I send this out almost every week. The goal is to send it out every week. If I'm extremely busy, I don't get to it. If there's no updates, then sometimes I kind of wait until the following week. But for the most part, this thing has been going on for like a year and a half or so. So make sure you're on the newsletter and like um, take an active role in educating yourself on what we have going on at Grip Sport International. And I encourage everyone, you're probably already on YouTube watching this, but I encourage everyone to subscribe to my channel because I put these videos up on YouTube and I don't put them up on Instagram. I rarely put anything up on Facebook like this. And while I do include links to special and important videos like this in the newsletter, the best way to stay informed on this is through by subscribing to my channel. So you can pick and choose. You don't have to watch all my videos. I don't care if you watch my videos where I'm setting PRs on back squat, deadlift, press, stuff like that. It might not interest you, but you want to be aware of what I'm putting out related to grip sport because this stuff is very important and you don't want to miss it. So thanks for watching this. That's information on the elite totals, both two-hand elite and one-hand elite, a little bit on the history and how they've been developed and the thought that went into everything. Hope it's been helpful. Give the video one of these. Be sure to subscribe. And again, if you want to be on the Grip Sport newsletter that comes from Grip Sport International, email me at jed.diesel@gmail.com, jedd.diesel@gmail.com. Thanks.